What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy. Something. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick demonstration over UVI's Vintage Vault 5. That's right, Vintage Vault 5 is here. Quick shout out to UVI for sponsoring today's video. Appreciate you guys. You guys already know I love me some UVI. So once again, thanks for sponsoring today's video. And Vintage Vault 5, there are 6 new additions. So some of the synthesizers have already come out, obviously. But the brand new one is going to be this vintage Casio collection. It's also going to have HX-Oddy. It's going to have HX-20. I'll just show you everything. Come on, let's go. So I don't have Vintage Vault 5 up yet because they haven't released it yet. It's still kind of early in the morning. But I just wanted to come here and show you kind of some of the stuff you're going to get. So you're going to get everything that was already in Vintage Vault 4. So you're going to get a ton of synthesizers. I believe that there's 36 different synthesizers, but in Vintage Vault 5, there's going to be 42 different products. I don't know the exact amount of presets, but I know there's going to be over 14,000 presets. The price on this, the intro price is going to be $299 until the 27th of April. And if you are already have UVI stuff and stuff like that, you can come over here and see what your loyalty offer is going to be. But real quick, in this Vintage Vault, there's going to be a bunch of stuff in here. So I'm not going to go through everything in Vintage Vault 4. I'm just going to go through what's new in Vintage Vault 5. But you'll see here, this is some of the stuff you're going to get. You're going to get some of these emulations, some of this bit zone. You're going to get all of these different synthesizers in here. And these are all different. Beatbox Anthology is fire. These are all different emulations of old school vintage synthesizers and stuff like that. So as you see here, you're going to get a ton of them on top of the new stuff that you're going to get. And then real quick with the new stuff that you're going to get, again, I'm still scrolling. With the new stuff you're going to get HX-Oddy, which is fire. You're going to get PX waveframe. You're going to get HX-20. You're going to get PX guitar synth. And then you're going to get Mission 6. So in today's video, I actually have 4 demo beats to go through today, y'all. So it's going to be a video today. But as we hop over here, you'll see this is the new vintage Casio Legacy. But when you're looking into the Casio collection, there is a bunch of different Casio synthesizers in it. So I'm running everything through UVI Workstation right now, because you can run it through UVI Workstation, and UVI Workstation's free. Typically, though, I would only just use Falcon because I have Falcon, but I figured for the demonstration, I would use UVI Workstation because it's free. And so as you see here, there's going to be different synthesizers. So you have the Casio CV, Casio, FZ, the ZV, the HZ, the CTK, multis, and then you have the drum machine too. So you know what I'm saying? In the Casio collection, it's pretty dope because you're actually getting 6 different synthesizers. So I think that's fire. I made a little demo beat as always. I guess I got 4 demo beats. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Of all the beats I made today, this is probably the weakest beat. Such is life. It has nothing to do with the plugin. I was spending a lot more time messing with it than I was making the beat. But everything here is from the Casio collection, even the drums. So let's go. All right, guys, so that's the little demo beat that I put together today. On this beat, I use I use different Casio synthesizers for all this. So as you see here, I use the drum machine for this one, the vintage Casio Legacy. So you can push down a note. Right? It's got a bunch of different presets. We'll come back here in just one second. Another one of the synthesizers that I used was the VZ. So as you see here, this is what the VZ is going to look like. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get basic synth controls. With all these, you do get effects and you get ARPs. And ARP's pretty cool because they've got different patterns and everything for the ARPs and stuff too. So it's easy for you to kind of get a little ARP going. And I have an ARP on this beat, and I'll show you guys here in a minute. But, you know, again, you get sounds like, right? And so then the next sound that I used from this one was this electric bass. So I use this from the VZ2. Right, I used that. And then the last sound that I used was from the CZ. And on this one, I actually put the ARP. Oh, I thought I did put the ARP on. I could have swore the ARP was on this. Right, so the ARP sounds good on this too. So let's go ahead and first start with the drum machine. I'm only going to be able to go through this quickly because there's 6 synthesizers to go through today. I don't want to make this a 45-minute video, but this thing is cool. Again, like everything else, you'll see here, you've got your sequencer, so you can sequence your drums how you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like a basic sequencer. You've got different effects, so you've got reverb and delay. I wish we could have got like saturation or bit crusher on here, but such is life. It's all good. Not going to complain. It's emulating a, you know, an old school synth. There are a bunch of different patterns in here. So as you see here, you've got lo-fi, you've got circuit dub, machine funk, 80s pop, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of different inspirations. So let's just go ahead and load up another one. That actually don't sound bad. Let's see what that sounded like in this beat real quick. But you know what I'm saying? That does sound pretty neat and interesting to me. We'll listen to just one more of these real quick. So let's just go ahead and get into a modern groove. Let's see what this boombox sounds like. All right, so obviously you can see you can do a lot with this. You get control over, oh, I guess you do get drive here on the front page. Maybe I should just look a little harder before I start saying what I need. I still would like a little bit crush on here, but I can't complain. It's a pretty solid, you know what I'm saying, plug-in and all. Let's go ahead and check out some of these other sounds in here. All right, bam. So I've just brought back up this VZ. Let's just start here at the CZ though. So at the CZ, you see here, we've got all kinds of different stuff. We'll just go ahead and hit this deluxe clav. Find a different sound. So again, with this, you're gonna get effects that you can mess with under the hood. So we can turn on phaser. We can turn on the chorus too if we want to. Right? And still we have this art function that we can turn on. So bam, we can come to the art page. If you don't turn it on, so you just hit this right here, it's not on. You got to hit the on too. Right? Fire. But they've got a whole bunch of different presets in here that you could use. You've got chords, you've got bass lines, you've got instrument phrases, you've got bended sequences and pure arpeggios. So we'll just go ahead and hit a chord real quick. Piano party it is. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So just like that, you can get into a groove, you know what I'm saying? So, and then you can even come over here and mess with your own stuff if you wanted to, you know, you can add your own. Right, obviously you see you have control over everything from the rate to the steps to the gate, the volume, the octave, so we can go up an octave if we wanted to. But you can do a bunch of cool stuff with this. This is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and check out the next synthesizer though. So now let's take a look here at this FZ. So I'm just gonna grab a synth here at random. Grab another one. So this is cool. You've got control over your filter right here. You got high pass, you got low pass, you got band pass, you got your envelope controls, tremolo, vibrato, all that down here with just a ton of different presets. You're gonna get effects with this too, same thing. Right, so you're gonna get some cool sounding stuff in there for sure. You know, but there's just obviously a ton of presets. And again, this is a huge library, so just bear with me on this one. We've got the VZ2. So with this one, we'll just briefly pull this open and take a look at it. But again, we've looked at this. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of old school Casio sounds, which is fire. You know, but there's still gonna be other Casio synths in here. Maybe I'll come back and I'll do a full review on just this Casio library, because really this is like 6 plugins in itself. I've already been talking about this, I think, for like 10 minutes, and I kind of want to get on to the next ones. So, but this is fire. You know what I'm saying? The first one we're gonna go through. And the next library in this collection I want to talk about is the HX-Oddy. The HX-Oddy is fire. I did a full review on this, so I'm only gonna briefly talk about this one, but this one is fire. It's got everything you need in here. I got a little demo beat. I made this a while ago. This vocal isn't from UVI, but all the other sounds are all from UVI except for the drums. I'm not gonna hold y'all. That's one of my favorite house beats I ever made. I bumped this all the time before my streams. Like if you've been in my streams, you've heard this beat, right? I love this beat. Shout out to HX-Oddy for this one. But HX-Oddy just has some fire sounds in it too. A lot of controllability. So let's just go ahead and pull one up. I've got it up here in UVI workstation again. And I mean, you just got some good sounds in here. So let's just go ahead and pick one at random. I like this synth a lot. I like how you have your oscillator 1 and your oscillator 2. Your oscillator 2 is going to be samples. So, you know, you can go through different samples and add them up in here. I just love that. And then with the control of the voices and the spread, you can detune it, you can pitch it, you can do so much with this. I just think it's so fire. We've got noise over here that we can add to. And then we've got other kind of noises that we can add. So we've got pink, white. Obviously, you've got your LFO controls down here, which is easy to go through. You got your step sequencer. And then over here, same thing, effects. The effects are a little more in-depth on this one, though. I wouldn't say in-depth. The screen, it just looks prettier the way that they have them, because it would still have the same amount of controls on the other ones. And then you have your ARP here too. Bam, click to enable, and then we can, you know, do whatever we want. And then the same as the other one, we have different ARP features that we can go through. Just the fire synth. I'm not going to spend much more time on that because I've done a full review on this one. You can check that out on the channel. And then as you guys can see here, I have just pulled up the third beat that I made for this. In this beat, I used guitar synth, which is pretty dope. I'm going to go through guitar synth a little bit, but I used guitar synth, and then I used, I think, PX waveframe, yeah, to make this beat. 2 pretty solid plugins. But I mean, this is what this one sounds like. Yeah, so that was that little beat that I put together. On this one, I really like this guitar synth. This guitar synth is a really solid plugin. So we're gonna go ahead and start with that one. All right, so then as we get to this guitar synth, it just sounded like this. I do want to say some of the stuff, if this beat could have been mixed a little better, and I never put third-party effects on anything. I just want you to hear what everything sounds like straight out the box. So I think I could have made that flute fit in the beat a lot better, but we're not complaining. This thing's cool because it's going to be dual layered. So you got a dual layer guitar, you know what I'm saying? So you guys hear it. I can switch the... And what makes this cool about the dual layers is that you can pan the layers too. Bro, this one's a little different because it's not necessarily a real, it's just a straight real guitar plugin. It's like an emulation of a guitar synthesizer, but a lot of these sounds are really cool in here. All right, and with this too, just really quick before I get on to the next one, you got a lot of other stuff that takes it to more of like a synthesizer than a guitar. Yo, hold up. We're gonna have to add that to my favorites. I like that sound. But we got more over here. Hey, I have absolutely been sleeping on this plugin because I have the Sonic Pass for UVI, and I just never downloaded this, and I'm mad at myself right now. But let's go ahead and go to the next sound. So now we have this PX waveframe, which is pretty solid too. I just use this grand piano. But you see, this looks old school, like the waveframe. You know what I'm saying? But it's still basic functionality. You've got a filter. You know what I'm saying? You got your ADSR. You've got two different layers here that you can use. You know, we could turn this on too with the strings. Just legit. I'm about to make a beat with this sound today. I'm not even playing. Hey, this is fire. Again, I only have so much time, so I want to go through more, but there are demos on a lot of these plugins out there, or these libraries out there. So there's videos on everything except for the vintage Casio collection, which I'm sure videos will come out soon. I might put one out next week because I like it. And then on this last beat that I made, I used Mission 6 and HX-Oddy. So let's go ahead and check this out real quick. So this one is just a little loop. I haven't finished the beat yet. I need to add another sound before I arrange it, but I was just like still gonna play it. So this is gonna kick in. It's gonna be loud right away. I'm gonna give y'all the heads up because there's no intro. Right. So that's pretty, I like that beat. I don't know. Maybe y'all do, maybe y'all don't. I don't have the answer, Sway. But there are some cool sounds in here. Like, I really like this. I mean, that's my jam right there. I mean, as soon as I heard that sound, that was the first lead I went to, and I knew I was about to make a beat out of this. I don't think I showed you guys though, on all these too, they do have a front page where you can just control the filters the macros pretty easily. Right, so obviously really quick with the front macros on the front page, you can get your sound to be wild. But yeah, there's some good stuff in here for sure. That's fire too, bro. That's fire too. And then the last sound that I used on this was directly from Mission 6. Come on over here, Mission 6. And we're gonna go ahead and mute everything else but Mission 6 here for just a second. And then I use this bass from Mission 6. Right, but again with this, you're gonna get a bunch of cool stuff. This is what the plugin is going to look like. We'll go to a different sound, but it's really easy to mess with this too. There's different layers. Oh yeah, and on all of these, you can go back through the layers and you can do a layer edit. So you can edit just layer 1, layer 2, or 1 and 2 together. I forgot to mention that too as well. I'm sorry. There's just a lot to talk about with this one. But yeah, there's just good sounds in this one. So let's go ahead and I don't want to just keep going to keys, but y'all know that's what I love is keys. I mean, that's what I got for y'all on this one. There's sound demos and everything on all this stuff out there. What are my final opinions on Vintage Vault 5? I think it's dope. I mean, I have a bunch of the other Vintage Vault 4 stuff downloaded on my computer. I've demonstrated over the years. You guys have seen me use them. I may not have downloaded everything because it's a lot to download. But I mean, I've used so much of this stuff over my time. I just love it. I love UVI. I did forget to mention one thing though. When getting this, just know that Casio collection is going to be about 50 gigabytes of space, but it's 6 different plugins. So keep that in mind as you're purchasing. But I would recommend this thing 10 out of 10. I had to catch myself, almost cursed. But I would recommend this 10 out of 10. Definitely fire. The guitar synth's fire. The Casio Legacy's fire. The PX waveframe. I mean, a lot of this stuff is really good. Everything I demoed today, I sincerely mess with. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. I appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the key.